Starting self-improvement is always the hardest part. For most people, including me, starting self-improvement has always felt like trying to go forward with both your feet on the gas and the brake pedal. You don't move anywhere. You're just stuck there kind of vibrating and doing effort for absolutely no reason. Effort that just goes straight to the trash. But before I tell you about what the main problem is, I need to warn you about self-improvement. Self-improvement is all about grinding, planning, pain, of being uncomfortable. And at the very end of it all, there's a time for you to be happy and fulfilled that you did the right things. Doing the right thing never felt bad. I never felt bad after taking a cold shower. I never felt like I shouldn't have ate that healthy food. Every time it is a fulfilled feeling and slightly proud feeling too. Everyone that says that living life it's all about doing the bad habits, the pleasurable habits, and the work is only to be able to do more of those pleasurable things is just wrong, and coping with the fact that they are not achieving their dreams. At least that's what I believe. If you don't believe that, then you are not for self-improvement, and that's fine. You don't need to be on this path. Everyone can be different. It's fine. But this is how I am, and this is how you might want to be. You know, having the knowledge that you can be greater, that you can be so much better, that you can have like infinite money, infinite money, and not doing what is necessary of you to be able to have those things, it hurts mentally and physically. I know it because I've been there, done that. I've felt like shit because I was not fulfilling my potential. If you still want to learn and be on this path, then I'll teach you. Do not problem. There are 4 pillars to self-improvement. Mental health, the pillar that lets you maintain your mindset. Fitness, the pillar that lets you build the body that you want to inhabit. Social skills, the pillar that lets you have friends, genuine friends, and a girlfriend, of course. And making money, the pillar that lets money not be a problem and allows you to follow your actual purpose. The pillars have to be leveled up as to give them experience, and that can only be done by doing certain habits. Mental health by meditating, journaling, and gratitude journaling. Fitness by exercise, stretching, dieting, good sleep, and plastic cleansing. Social skills by going out, speaking to strangers, looks maxing, and most importantly, resolving trauma. Making money by deep work and making businesses. To be honest, you are going to face a lot of problems like loneliness, rebounding on bad habits, accountability, laziness, consistency problems, mental health problems, and social anxiety. For loneliness, I don't really have a solution yet. I still feel lonely at times, but that's mainly because of my own trauma. So I think that's the path that you should go in. Try and find what your trauma is and how it is intervening in your relationships, so you don't push people away with your trauma. Rebounding on bad habits, accountability, consistency, and laziness towards your goals can all be fixed with a very simple solution, and that's by changing your identity of yourself and using how our brains makes habits to our advantage. Identity is basically your base form. That's your normal power level. You can stay in your base form however much time that you could ever want. You can transform into a Super Saiyan God, blue Kaioken X20, whatever. Right? You can do that, sure, but the main problem is that you're not going to stay in that transformation for long. And at the end, you will have to spend a lot more time in your base form to trying to recover. That's why you don't want to like start doing 3 hours of exercise a day, because you are going to rebound to those bad habits and laziness even harder than before. That's what I'm trying to say. We want your base form to be of someone that does exercise, that has friends, doesn't watch corn, works towards his goals, and a lot more important is someone that does what he says he will do. To change your base form, say your identity, you need to know what your identity is based on. And so let's say you are right now a newborn. What is your identity? Who do you think you are? That's right, absolutely nothing. Identity comes from experiences and memories. A newborn wouldn't have a memory of him literally being rejected in the worst way possible, or himself literally playing video games 5 days in a row without sleeping, telling him that he is a gamer. There is no proof that he is anything. So identity is all about having proof and memory of your past. And you exploit this by doing a habit tracker. I'll talk about it more when I talk about the protocol that I have for you to follow. Most mental health problems can virtually be cured by just going out, getting some sun, speaking with people as if you were having fun, and doing the mental health habits that I told you before. Social anxiety is still a problem that I have yet to completely eliminate, but a phrase that helped me a lot in getting out of my comfort zone and cooling my social anxiety was, if you are thinking of what other people are thinking of you instead of what other people are doing, then why do you assume that everyone else doesn't do the same? Everyone else is just thinking the exact same thing you're thinking. What is everyone going to think of me? How are gonna people think I am? Everyone is thinking about the shit day they just had, or they're not thinking of you. No one really cares what you do, except for the people that you're close to, which are the exception. Now we have the protocol. And first step, subscribe. I am going to make a Discord server so that everyone that wants to talk with someone that is struggling with the same things, living the same life, can join. But at 100 subs. So subscribe. Very good. And second, you need to choose 3 goals. Everyone has an innumerable amount of goals, like things that they want to do. Like, for example, eating some new food that you just found out about, traveling the world, get on a race, win a boxing match, etc. Choose 3 from all of those possible goals that you would have that are the most important to you. Because if you're trying to move forward and backwards at the same time, what's going to happen? You're just going to stay still. You're not going to move anywhere. You can, by the way, choose like 2 or just 1. That's fine. There's no problem with that. But 3, I find, is just the perfect balance between having very few goals and having enough to encompass fitness, mental health, and money goals. Will just hinder your progress. That's assured. And now that you chose all of them, write them down on paper. Now! 3. Write the habits down. Write the day-to-day habits that will develop the skills and aptitudes that will get you to those 3 goals. So, for example, you want the body of the best looking martial artist. Then go to a martial arts gym, a normal gym, and stretching would be your habits. Want to make money with YouTube? Script and record. Want to eliminate depression? Then journaling, exercise, meditation, and gratitude journaling would be your habits. Do this with every goal, and if you don't know, then ask me in the comments, because I'll try to read it. I won't give my word on it, but I'll try to read it. Now, choose your identity. You need to select your character in a way that the character that you choose would make easy work of any work or habit that he needs to do. So if you would want to be a surgeon, the identity would be a dedicated student, because a dedicated student wouldn't struggle with going to class. He wouldn't struggle by learning on his own. He wouldn't struggle by studying. Actually, all of these things, this guy would just do naturally because he is a dedicated student. So write it something like this. Line, a martial artist. Line, that trains almost every day. Line, stretches every day. Line, practices physical skills at every time he gets. Line, etc. You want to do it kind of like bullet points. Give this part as much details as you can. That paper alone will help a lot. 5. Make a habit tracker. And I want you to do it in a very specific way. I want you to have the habits up top, the date to the left, and then do the lines with a ruler so it looks clean. The main advice here would be to consider any work that is 2 minutes or less, like literally just doing 1 push-up counts as doing exercise, for example. Because what matters the most about a habit is not the amount of time that you spent doing a habit, but the amount of times it gets started. Like if you were to start to just write a few words 20 times a day for a month, you would have that habit more ingrained into you than if you were literally to spend 5 hours once a week in one day for a month. It would be a huge difference. It is quite a few things to get done, but I do think they are worth it. It's an investment. It'll save you so much more time in the future. The last thing would be to prepare yourself. Prepare yourself mentally, you know, because you're already someone else. The knowledge that I just gave you, whenever you go, wherever you go, it will stay with you. Now, self-improvement, it's the only path forward. That's how it was for me. Remember, self-improvement is about enjoying the grind. The results are not gonna come literally tomorrow, today, in a week, in a year. The results might not appear. So do not falter. Enjoy the small wins. One day, doing all the habits. Celebrate that. Be happy. That is progress. And let me tell you something. I am not in the best spot ever. I am not in the best spot possible. Not even close. But that doesn't stop me from feeling happy and proud that I do the right thing. All because of the habits. The habits that lets me improve myself from the one that is right here, right now, to the one that is going to be tomorrow. And so can you. Bye bye.